Hey guys, Shadow Reviewer here. Well, today I am going to be reviewing Season 3 of Pokemon. So, is it another great season or a step down? Unfortunately, it's the latter. But it's fair to say it's not a terrible season. I'll tell you my reason why. Starting off with the positives, I like the setting change from Kanto to Johto. And while there isn't much that is shown, what it does show is pretty good. It shows that Ash is pretty much out of his comfort zone. It shows that it's a lot different and new Pokemon he's never seen before that he'll get to experience in person. So yeah, I generally like the setting. I think it's a good one. And I have to say, unlike one of the trio, Ash has done really well. For every season, he gets a lot better, and Season 3 makes the most of it. He's a lot more compassionate, he's a lot more heroic, he's a lot more creative, and he's a lot more smarter. And honestly, that is fantastic. I generally love that appreciative work. Brock is also another good character. I mean, he does the usual womanizer shtick, but it does bring in the running gag of Misty pulling on his ear every time he does it. It is absolute fun running gag from this season onwards, and I absolutely appreciate that. Well, there were sprinkles of it in Season 1, and a little bit of Season 2. Season 3 is where it pretty much starts right away. Absolutely love that. And Brock is really great. I mean, he knows his stuff. He helps Pokemon whenever he can. Especially that baby Stanler. Man, that was beautiful. So yeah, never ever change, Brock. Never ever change. And I think the gym battles have upgraded to greatness. Except for the gym leaders. I'll get to that in my mix aspect, but the battles themselves are pretty good. I mean, Chikorita and Hutu was a bit of a letdown, but hey. It shows that these gym leaders aren't to screw around. Then you got Pikachu versus Hutu, which was good. Then you got Pikachu versus Dugtrio, not Dugtrio, Dugtrio, which was a bit of a challenge for Pikachu, but he did it nonetheless. He lost to PG, but hey, Pikachu earned that rest. Charizard versus Pidgeot was freaking great. By the way, I meant to say Pikachu versus Pidgeot, but anyway, Charizard versus Pidgeot, spot on. Then you got the second gym battle. Chikorita versus Spinarak was surprisingly good. Then it loses to Metapod, which, come on. Then you got Pikachu versus Metapod, which was pretty fun. Then you got Pikachu versus Scyther. Well, Pikachu sadly lost that fight. At least was there. Then you got Cyndaquil versus Spinarak, which I forgot to mention that, but nah. But the one I loved the most was Cyndaquil versus Scyther. That was a great fight. It shows how cool Cyndaquil is. More on that in a bit. And my last positive is Gary. While he's only in for one episode of the season, which is a real bummer, but hey, the season's not focused on him, he makes a hell of an impression. Nice, carefree, laid back, and treats Ash as his equal. And I really appreciate that, so well done, Gary. Now on to the mix aspects. Misty is a big step down. She's a lot more, I wouldn't want to say anything horrible, but she's a lot more aggressive nowadays. And while it does make for some fun laughs every once in a while, again, that running gag with her pulling on Brock's ear is pretty funny. Everything else about her just feels like I'm yelling, or I'm scared of bugs, or just yelling for the sake of the writing. And well, again, pulling on Brock's ear gag is pretty funny. The rest of it is just, meh. While she does have her good moments, very, very rarely, this season shows her worst colors, and I'm sorry. I'm not buying any of that. Hopefully she gets better in seasons 4 and 5. The gym leaders are 50-50. Faulkner is great. I like his personality, he's laid back, and he's a pretty decent gym leader. Bugsy is the worst one. Horrible, disrespectful, and just a downright douche. I'm sorry, I'm not buying this guy as a gym leader. No. The side characters are 50-50. There are some great ones. Most notably, Mickey and Sherry. For the rest of them, especially the little brat Zucky, ugh. Some of them are a bit weirded out to me. The ones that have good writing, they're fun. The one with horrible writing is just, ugh. Team Rocket is 50-50. There are some terrible moments with them, particularly when Jesse and Jazz are horrible to Meowth. But they do have their good moments. James's Moltres type episode was funny. I love Jesse's friendship with Blissey. And again, while he hasn't had good, Okerite episodes, there are times when Meowth is a gentle soul, particularly to Jigglypuff. Oh, and speaking of which, while it does have a few funny running gags, Jigglypuff and especially Snubbull pretty much just there to fill up the plot or just be the Deus Ex Machina. Again, while it does have a few laughs, this one is just... Ugh! Why? It's bad enough we got Jigglypuff running around, now we got Snubbull. And now my last mixed aspect, the Pokemon. While there are some new ones in there, I don't think Misty catches any new ones. Well, her Poliwag evolves into Poliwhirl, which was a cool moment. That I'll give her that. Brock catches a new Pokemon, Pime Echo, which pretty much just explodes in his face every chance it gets. Ash's new Pokemon, I'll get more into my negative aspect, but the Pokemon themselves are pretty good. Mostly. I'll get into the second part of it. Now, I'll start with these counter Pokemon. Pikachu is still great as always. Bulbasaur sticks around for a pretty long time. I mean, Bulbasaur's still here since season 3. Squirrel's goodbye was really well done. Charizard's goodbye. Yeah, this pretty much sums it up. Now let's look at Ash's Johto Pokemon. Totodile is an absolute buttload of fun. Cyndaquil is a badass. Chikorita is freaking adorable. Heracross is okay. Noctowl is passable. So I have nothing bad to say about Ash's Johto Pokemon at this time. Hopefully, some of them do get better later on. But as for now, Ash has caught 5 Johto Pokemon in only one in season 3. So yeah, they have great personalities. I'll explain more in my negative aspects in a bit. Very quickly. So yeah, I'm glad for Ash he's caught new Pokemon, but I feel like it's rushed too quickly. Actually, speaking of which, now it's on the negative aspects. Ash has caught way too many. Now, I totally get if it's just 1, maybe 2 new Pokemon a season, but 5? I mean, I totally get Cyndaquil and Chikorita. They have a lot of episodes to develop their characters. I mean, again, Cyndaquil and Chikorita stand out pretty well. And again, while I like Totodile as a character, he's introduced way too late. Same with Noctowl. He's introduced 4 episodes before the season finale. And honestly, they should have waited to catch Noctowl, or hell, even Totodile in season 4. It feels a bit too rushed and kind of cramping it in. Oh, and speaking of which, of cramping it in, the gym battles episodes, there's only 2 of them and only 41 episodes of the season. Why? Now, I totally get that. I mean, the first season, you had all the gym battles slammed into one, and then you got the Orange Aunts, which were just 4. This season, it's only 2. Why isn't there any more? Now, before you make the argument, there aren't 2 gym battle episodes in one season later on. But there's a difference to that. Pokemon contests. There's a bit of that mixed in with the gym battles, which give it more, well, interest. This season, especially the next 2, pretty much have less gym battles and more filler. I'll get to that. But it feels like we don't get much of investment. That's it. Well, again, the 2 gym battle episodes, what we did get, fighting Fire was great, and getting the bugs out was passable. I just wish we got more. And now on to my final negative aspect. I'll say it again, as I said in Season 1. Too much filler. I mean, you pretty much got 2% gym battles, 30% Pokemon catches, and pretty much an astonishing 70% filler. What are these episodes? Now, don't get me wrong, there are some filler episodes that are good. Again, my number 1 pick is a filler episode, but that was a good episode. There are some that are passable, some of them are great, but some are just terrible. Again, if you've watched my ranking yesterday, you'll know what my worst episode was of this season. But yeah, so much filler. I mean, this was like this back in the day? Oh my god. So yeah. Turn down the filler, please. Thankfully, Season 6 onwards do fix this issue, but man, do we get so much filler. So yeah, is Season 3 a bad season? No. Is it a good season? It's good enough. I mean, the gym battles are done a lot better. Ash's character is done a lot better. I like the location change from Kanto to Johto, but that's mostly just it. So yeah, a good season, but I hope the next few are better. But this is only the beginning of Ash's journey in the Johto region, and I hope it gets a lot better. And that's the end of the video, folks. I hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up, like and comment and subscribe, and I hope to get more videos like this. I hope you like this Pokemon journey. It's been a great one, but rest assured, it is not the end. I will be getting back to Pokemon sometime next year. Just keep an eye out. But as for now, I have to put Pikachu back on the shelf. I have to put Pokemon back on the shelf. You get the idea. My next video is the Sonic Forces Marathon, which I'll be starting with the modern Sonic levels from worst to best. Keep an eye out for that video. Until then, I'm the Shadow Reviewer. Bye bye!